Good evening and welcome to the Monday Night D-star net of the Ozarks Amateur Radio Society. This is KF0LZX, Greg out of Monette, Missouri. This net meets regularly on Monday night at 8 p.m. on this frequency of 444.150. We'd also like to thank the admins of the 52A Reflector for letting us stay connected during our weekly net tonight. My name is Greg, and my call sign is Kilo Foxtrot 0, Lima Zulu X-ray. While this is not an emergency net, if anyone at any time has any emergency traffic, please call break. Does anyone have any emergency traffic, please call now. Hearing none, I'll move on to announcements. I will be using NetLogger for check-ins on this net. Anyone who wishes can check in early by monitoring the OARS net there. The Ozark Amateur Radio Society meets on the second Saturday of the month at the Happy House Restaurant in Monette, Missouri. The meeting is at 7 p.m., but everyone is welcome to come at 6 p.m. to eat and enjoy some good conversation. Individuals pay for their own meal, but you do not have to eat to attend, and you also do not have to be a ham to attend. Everyone who is welcome, including family members and those interested in amateur radio. The next meeting will be at the Happy House. Will be Saturday, November 11th. October's meeting will be the 14th in Mount Vernon at the Apple Butter Making Days. Saturday breakfast with OARS Club for the month of October will be at 7:30 a.m. at the Mount Vernon Family Restaurant. More to follow. OARS Club now has 3 regular nets. The D-star net on Monday night at 8 p.m. on 444.150. The 2-meter net on Tuesday at 7 p.m. on 146.970, and the simplex every Thursday at 8 p.m. on 146.460. The club will set up a booth at Apple Butter Making Days on Saturday, October 14th, and we will be operating under the special event call sign W0R. Sorry for the correction, and I believe that's correct. Wes can correct me when he gets on here in a minute if I'm wrong. We will be setting up next to the main entrance to the park, north of the square. If anyone is interested in helping set up, Bob plans on being there about 7 a.m., and I think a lot of the others will be meeting at the Mount Vernon Family Restaurant for breakfast before heading down to the park. The net is now being streamed on 59 Radio YouTube channel, so if you'd like to see how you sound on the radio or miss part of the net, you can go there to 59radio.com for details and a link to the channel. Are there any other announcements of interest to amateur radio? Please call now. All right, we'll start off with short time and mobile check-ins, on-air check-ins for short time or mobile. Please call now.
KF0LZX, short time.
Could you repeat that again, please?
Alpha Delta 0 Yankee Whiskey, KF0LZX.
Roger, got it that time.
KV4MO and KX4MO.
I got the KX4MO, and what was the first one?
Kilo Victor for Mike Oscar.
Roger. Do we have any more? I'm sorry it's taking a second, guys. I'm trying to get everybody punched in, and NetLogger's giving me fits. So any other mobile or short-time check-ins, please call now.
KF0LZX, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157
KF0NQH.
All right, we got Jared in there. Any more mobile or short-time check-ins? All right, let's start with Alpha Delta Zero Yankee Whiskey. Glad to have you on the net tonight.
Yeah, happy to be here. I hope my audio is okay. I'm setting up a DV stick here and trying to get in online. But I heard you all had connection through the Frystat repeater now, and so I wanted to get on and try it out and hear everybody. I'm in Eastern Kentucky. Weather here's been brilliant lately, so everything's fine. Just kind of wanted to check my audio out and see if I could make the connection. AD0YW, I'll be clear.
All right, Larry, no, you sounded pretty good. I had to turn my audio up a little bit, but I think that's the kind of jerry-rig setup I'm using on my end. I don't think it's you, but you're good and clear. So, hey, it was nice to have you on the net, and we do this net every Monday night at 8 p.m. Sometimes a different net controller, but wherever you're at, anytime 8 p.m. Central, you're more than welcome to join in. All right, we'll move down to KX4M0. It looks like Tara possibly out of Missouri.
Well, Tara's giving the new dog we rescued today a bath. This is KV4MO Patrick. That's really about all that happened here today. We rescued a dog, and the weather was nice for a change. Nice to be here, and hope everybody had a good day. KV4MO.
Well, thanks for joining us, Patrick. We ended up rescuing another dog here just about 8 weeks ago or so. What kind of dog did you end up getting?
Some kind of a lab brindle mix. It's supposed to be 4 months old, and we don't have any poultry on the property, and apparently this one has demonstrated a certain affinity for chickens that's unacceptable where he was.
Well, that's understandable. We had some issues with the neighbor, so we ended up taking his dog, kind of sort of roundabout kind of way. But we used to foster dogs for the Missouri German Shepherd Rescue Society. So yeah, we're used to having plenty of dogs around and rescuing dogs. So I'm glad to hear you were able to do that and helps the little fella out.
Yeah, we've got an 11-year-old female Jack Russell Chihuahua that never had a litter, and we were kind of figuring that a younger dog she could kind of, raise a little bit and mama on and give her something to do.
Yep, roger that. We've got 4 older dogs, and they were not real pleased with the new puppy at all. It wasn't, it usually takes a couple of weeks once you get a new dog for everybody to kind of find their spot. But it probably took them almost a month to really warm up to her, but they all love her now, so it's all worked out good. But they made her earn her keep. She had a pretty rough time over there for a few weeks.
Yeah, Roger. This one, the wife took them both outside to do their thing, and she was petting our original dog, and the other one came and wanted to horn in, put a paw across the back of the old dog, and the old dog backed up, turned around on it, and kind of said, "Hey, look."
Yeah, absolutely. They've kind of got to get their pecking order straightened out, and that usually doesn't take too long. So Well, we appreciate you hopping on here. I'll jump down to Jared, then I'll call for Tara again, and if she's not available, we'll catch her at the end of the net logger list if she'd like to hop on. If not, we'll just leave her logged in.
Yeah, okay. She's going to be 10 or 15 minutes. Might be better to hold her to the end.
Roger that, Patrick. We'll do it. Thank you very much for checking in. The 73s, my friend. And I'll move on down to KF0LZX, Jared out of Carthage, Missouri.
How are you guys doing today?
Doing good, Jared. Everybody's waiting to hear about your POTA adventure this morning. So how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, but I gotta say I got a bone to pick with you. I think you got me hooked on this hobby of POTA.
It's pretty darn fun. It's a good way to get in some playing with radios and learn your radio and learn a lot about propagation and just really good use of radio time. So yeah, it's pretty darn fun. Short timer at it myself, but I definitely plan on doing it for quite a while.
Yeah, I was able to run down to Carthage, being that it's only 3 miles from the house. And running 10 watts, I was able to get 11 contacts in just around an hour. So, I mean, it was a little slow, but it's probably closer to 10:30 before I was able to get out there. So, overall, it went pretty good. And then tonight, I was able to get back out and got another 14 tonight.
Good deal. Glad to hear about the second trip out today. I didn't know that. Well, that's awesome.
No, I didn't get to activate. It was more just I hunted from the yard here at the office while I was checking in trucks.
Well, that's a good way to use some spare time there while you're waiting on trucks.
Yeah, I gotta say it's a fun little hobby. But other than that, that's all I got.
All right, Jared. Thanks for checking in. Glad you made it out this morning. Thanks for going with me Friday to Roaring River for our little POTA trip down there. That went pretty well. So thanks again for checking in, the 73s. And I'll do another call for mobile or short-time check-ins. Please call now.
K0SQS Mobile.
All right, we'll go with Harold, K0SQS. How you doing, Harold?
Oh, just fine, Greg. Again, thank you for running the net. I was attending a meeting up in Mount Vernon at 7 o'clock. I didn't know I was going to get to be on the road around 8 o'clock, so hadn't put my name in on NetLogger. Anyway, enjoying the nice weather. Had a little rain over the weekend. So other than that, just mobile, short time, no other traffic, K0SQS.
Well, Harold, thanks for taking a minute to hop on here with us. We appreciate it, and I'm sure we will be talking to you here on the repeater here in the next day or two. So thanks again in the 73s, and we'll move on up to, well, let's do one more call for mobile or short time. Please call now. All right, let's jump up to the top of the NetLogger list, and that would be Wes, AE0OC from Miller, Missouri. How you doing, Wes? Let's hear that new mic.
Well, hello, Greg, and everybody on the net. I think I'll go ahead and release and let you make sure that I'm making it in okay.
No, you're making it in just fine.
All right, very good. Well, that's about all I did today was piddle around with this mic. I had to rewire it. It came wired for high impedance and with a 1/4 inch jack, and it was pretty low output. And so I rewired a new wire with a XLR connection and running it through my booster to give it a little more oomph to it. And hopefully it's sounding okay. I haven't listened to it myself, but I did talk to Sean earlier, and he said that it was all right. So probably not going to be able to tell much about the character over digital, but the live stream will reveal a little bit to it. So anyway, not much else going on around here. And by the way, you did everything just perfect on your announcements. Everything was right about the apple butter making days. So doing good. And it's good to see some distant contacts on here. This is pretty cool. Appreciate you running the net tonight. And I want to say 73 AE0OC. Back to you, Greg.
Sean helped you set up your audio. You're probably in pretty good shape. I know he did a good job on mine. It's amazing how many compliments I get on my audio on my 7300 with the factory mic. It's pretty impressive. So I'd say you're in good hands. Well, glad you got to use the new mic and 73s, and thanks for checking in. We'll move on down to KE6GAE. Dave, how you doing?
KF0LZX and the rest of that. This is KE6GAE. Oh, we're doing pretty good. It's Monday, so just another work week. And Wes, that audio sounds pretty good for that mic, especially as old as that mic is. Sounds like you got to go out and play some Sapoto this morning, Greg. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks I'll be able to get my battery and start getting my rig set up so I can do some Sapoto. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot for the net tonight, Greg. Thanks for running the net. KE6GAE, back to net control.
All right, Dave, I appreciate it. 73s, and thanks for checking in. And we will move on down to Rich out of Mount Vernon, KB0RHA.
Oh, Roger, you said that you were having trouble with the net logger? Well, so am I, and I'm having internet problems also. So, anyway, I guess it all comes around. Anywho, not much else going on here. Enjoying the cooler weather for a change. It's kind of nice. Anyway, nothing much else for the net. 7-3, everybody, and back to net control. KB0RHA.
All right, Rich, thanks for jumping in there. And, yeah, it's been going on for a couple of weeks with NetLogger for me. I don't know what it is, but every time I touch anything, do an entry or anything on NetLogger, about every line, I got to end up hitting enter and clearing alarms and all kind of got to hit enter about 5-6 times every time I do something on here. So I don't know what's going on, but probably my old computer. But anyway, we'll come back around to KX4M0. I think she was tied up washing the dog for a little bit longer. So we will go to on-air check-ins. We're at the end of the NetLogger list. So any on-air check-ins, please call now.
November 2, Sierra Alpha Whiskey. KE0LZX, Aurora.
Okay, I got 2. Do we have any other on-air check-ins? Okay, we've got N2 SAW. Looks like Steve out of Springfield.
Yes, this is N2 SAW, Stephen in Springfield, Missouri. Not a whole bunch going on here. So I just wanted to get checked into the nets, and I know this is one of the first couple nets where the reflector has been online to allow non-locals to check in. So, congrats to you all, and of course to KE6GAE for his hard work and dedication getting that going. I could only imagine the stress relief once he finally got it working, because I know that had been killing him for a while now. So that's about all I have. So I will say 73 from N2SAW and back to net.
All right, Steve, thanks for checking in. Yeah, glad you finally make it in on the D-star net. And yeah, Dave did a good job. I know he spent a lot of time trying to get these reflectors working properly, so it definitely makes a big difference. We can actually get people from all over the country now, so thanks again for checking in 73s, and we'll move down to KE0LZX, Lawrence out of Aurora. How you doing, Lawrence?
Well, I had a pretty good day, I guess, all in all. It took a bicycle ride that was a little depressing. I was going through houses north of my home, and I drive by them, but I never pay much attention. But when you look close, a lot of them's empty, they're falling in, they're needing to be torn down. While they are building a couple new houses, you just sort of wonder how houses a few years ago that used to have families and be taken care of are just trash zones that need to be scraped away. But anyway, I was driving by Jimmy Mitchell Motors, and the young guy was out front rewiring or putting wires together in that EV charger. So I went over to find out about the EV charger, and not only could say, well, Tesla has their own connector, and so if you got a Tesla, they have their own chargers. But the internet says you can buy all kinds of adapters, I guess extra price. And as a last resort, the electric car plugs into your 117-volt wall outlet, and you charge at a rate of 5 miles per hour if you're just using line voltage off your house. So anyway, when you get to the internet, it's a circus and a half with cards and credentials and everything else to use these charging stations. So anyway, that's sort of how it went. If you're getting a Tesla out there, you might want to look where the charging stations are.
Yeah, roger that on the electric cars. I think there's a place for them, and some people like my wife that very seldom drive, they'd be great, but most of the people probably not. But I guess we'll see how all that pans out. It'll all work or it won't work. It'll work itself out in the end. So, anything else for us this evening, Lawrence?
Well, it was a little depressing to see houses that are just not being cared for and falling in, but a lot of times they just leave their trash behind for the city to scrape away. So anyway, I found that out and looked on the internet, but yeah, I don't think the EV's for me just yet. I like to be able to go different places and not the same places. But anyway, let the others visit and enjoy hearing the net tonight. This is KE0LZX, clear.
All right, Lawrence, thanks for checking in with us, and hopefully in Aurora to do something similar to Monette. I don't know the whys or the what fors, but a lot of the rundown houses have been empty for a while and are now being gutted and basically rehabbed and, turned into some pretty nice places. So there's a couple of neighborhoods here in town that were kind of the lower end of the habitat for Monette that's actually turning into decent little neighborhoods now. So hopefully the same thing will open in Aurora before too long. So anyway, thanks again, Lawrence 73s, and we will hope to see you next week. Are there any other on-air check-ins? Please call now.
KV0LZX. Comments from N2SAW.
Okay, let's go with KV0NWT. How you done this evening?
Hey, good evening there, Greg, and everybody on the net there. This is the first time I've checked in. I made myself a little sticky note there. Maybe I'll remember next week. Maybe we can do it again.
Yeah, I sure hope so. It's just been the last couple of weeks we've had our reflectors working on our club repeater, so we've been able to connect into the 52A reflectors. So, yeah, this is just the second week we've been able to do this, so it's nice to get some people from out of our area in here for a change.
Okie dokie. Well, I don't have anything, I guess, to add to the net there. We'll just turn it back to you. Maybe get a few more check-ins there. KF0LZX.
All right, David, I sure appreciate it. Hopefully you'll make it back next week. And I'll jump back down to Steve. I think he called back in on N2SAW.
Yep, N2SAW, Stephen in Springfield again. Yeah, on the what's called the Tesla connector. It actually was named the North American Charging Standard. So it will be the standard electric vehicle charging connector. It's been adopted by many of the other car manufacturers that are dealing with strikes right now, but yeah, it'll be open to all to use that, go that way, and diesel pumps and gas pumps will be open for everyone else. So I tend to go with whatever you want to do there, and it'll end up being cheaper for all. So just wanted to pass that little tidbit along. 73 again from N2SAW.
All right, thanks for the info, Stephen. And I do need to make a correction. Sean texted me to remind me we are on the 059A reflector, not the 52A like I was thinking. So I want to make that correction. So we're at the end of the NetLogger list. Do we have any more on-air check-ins? Please call now.
Comment?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to let Steven N2SAW know. I don't know if he's got it turned off, but he's not actually coming through the reflector. Heading through the repeater, but not through the reflector.
Roger that.
Interesting. I will see if that setting changed itself again. So I will fix it. We'll let some more check-ins come through, and then I will call for a recheck. So I will give that a try. N2SAW.
Yeah, thanks for catching that, Dave. And I'll call out again. Any on-air check-ins, please call now.
K0MAD.
And it is Sean, KE0MAD. How you doing, Sean?
Doing pretty good, Greg. I think this is the longest D-star net we've had so far, so good to hear. Yeah, we just need to remind everybody that joins us on this on the repeater here for the net. Don't forget to put your radios into use reflector mode, or if you have an older ICOM radio, I think they call it use repeater. Otherwise, local repeater traffic will hear you, but the reflector traffic won't be able to hear what you're saying. But no, appreciate you doing the net, Greg. Doing awesome, sounding good. Everybody's been sounding good, man. It's just, I can't believe how low a latency we're having. It's instantaneous key ups. Kind of cool to hear. Anyway, nothing much on this end. Hope everybody has a great week. This is KE0MAD in Aurora, Missouri.
Hey, Sean, thanks for the comments and thanks for checking in. I wondered when you'd make it in there. But, yeah, I've been noticing the same thing. None of the issues with people having to wait on their key ups and not coming through or anything. So knock on wood, it's been working really well. Any more on-air check-ins, please call now.
KX4MO.
KX4MO. How are you doing this evening?
Did you say my number?
Yes, I did. Kilo X-ray 4, Mike Oscar.
Copy. I just gave this new puppy his first bath. It was not easy. For a 4-month-old, he's pretty stout.
Roger that.
Smart as a whip. Smart as a whip.
Well, am I getting through? Sean just texted me. I don't know if I was having an issue or not. Am I coming through all right now?
You got it.
Okay, I don't know what was going on. I think it's actually me. I'm having a nerve issue in my left hand. I may not have the mic pushed in all the way. But yeah, Tara, I was just saying, glad you guys could rescue the little fella. Apparently not a little fellow, but we just rescued one of ourselves here about 8 weeks ago. She's got her next vet appointment tomorrow, actually. But yeah, we used to foster dogs for the Missouri German Shepherd Rescue Society, so we've got a pack of 5 right now going on, and this puppy coming in, since they're all older dogs, has really kind of thrown a wrench in the works, but they're all warming up to her, and it's going pretty good now. So hopefully you guys are having good luck with yours. Well, did I make it through that time, or am I still having issues?
Yeah, you made it through fine, Greg.
Okay, roger that. I don't know if you're still there, Tara, or not. Okay, well, I'd like to thank Tara and Patrick both for checking in, and I'm missing track of all the rest of the ones from out of town. We had David, Patrick, Tara. I think we're missing another one here, but anyway, thanks for everyone from out of our area anyway that got to check in with us tonight. And do we have any more on-air check-ins? Please call now.
Recheck?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, anybody that is listening after the net, give me a holler so I can take some notes on how to set up for the reflector. KF0LZX, thanks.
Roger that, and for anyone who didn't catch that, is a KF0NWT, and that was David. So, anybody give him a hand after the net is over. Do we have any other on-air check-ins? Please call now.
Comments again from N2SAW.
Yep, I've had a note here to do a recheck on you and completely missed it. Stephen, please go ahead.
Yeah, I guess I need a clarification. So I'm going through the repeater, but not through the reflector. Is that what was going on?
Yes, Stephen, you're using the actual repeater itself, going through the local repeater, but you are not coming to the reflector. Because you've got, when you put it in DR mode, you've got, and Sean might be able to help you better with your 9700.
Okay, yeah, because I wasn't seeing a setting for it. I'll listen in after the nets, and I'll pull up a manual, see if I can figure out the setting. I guess it's better than last time when I was going simplex on here, so that'll be good. All right, back to net, N2SAW.
Okay, everybody. One more call for any on-air check-ins. Please call now. All right. Well, this is probably looks like that a total of 14 check-ins, which for our D-star net's probably one of the better ones we've had. Appreciate from everybody from out of the area that got to check in with us tonight. You're welcome to come back every Monday night at 8 p.m. Central. And we will go ahead and close this net out and release the frequency to normal operation. And anyone who would like to stay along and chit-chat after or have questions on the radio set up, please feel free. The net is officially closing out. This is KF0LZX. Thank you very much.
Greg, congratulations on a brand new record there. 14 is definitely our new record number. KF0LZX.
No audio, West. K0M80.
Yeah, got caught by the mute trap again. Anyway, I was just saying congratulations on the new record there, Greg. 14 is our new set record.
Hey, good deal.